Let me unmute myself before I have a stinker and hooked. Big up, everybody. We are here for a rival talk stream on the channel, and I have ENDZ joining me on the channel for the first time, which is really exciting. So big up to you, ENDZ. How are you doing?
I'm great. Thanks for inviting me, man. I can't wait to see what you guys speak about over here on the Manchester side of stuff.
Yeah, well, I wouldn't call this much of a rival talk in current time, as you know, we are in a very... Give me a second, please.
No worries. Big up to the chat, by the way. I'm going to do a slight little takeover until Sunshine is back. Who's in the chat? Let me make sure I've got that switched on as well. Let's see. Morris, obviously, my guys from the Liverpool side of things are here. Big up, man. Mr. Josh as well. Noah, Daniel, man like Will. Man like, do you know what? I was thinking about making my name that, at one point. Say man like ENDZ, but maybe because you've got it now, I don't want to use it now. No, I think you can keep that man like. Big up to Sham as well in the building. Who else? Who have I missed? Rabona as well. Is that Rabona? Big up Sunshine. Big up ENDZ. Big up to the chat. Big up to you, man. Mustafa. Big up. Where you been, my guy? Big up to you, man. I can see Ekatike doing well. Yeah, let's see what happens, man. Yeah, big up, Sham, man. You already know. We're in the Lion's Den today. But let's see what happens, man. I know Sunshine's got some great questions. I'll see, man. Hopefully you guys enjoy my answers, man. I'm not what you guys will see. I'm pretty sure most of you guys will be like United fans, probably some from different. I know there's a couple from obviously Liverpool side. I'm not one of the typical rival fans. I try and have more of a balanced argument or a balanced conversation when it comes to my football club. So yeah, man, it is those ones. You're not gonna have me see me crash out and stuff. Maybe one day, maybe if my team does something absolutely stupid in the not even the transfer window, I'd say maybe like next season with all the players we've signed and we do something dumb, then maybe. But nah, I'm normally really, really chilled. Where else? Where are we at? Winners with ENDZ, big up. Big up to Daniel in the building as well. Winners with ENDZ. I like that still. I like that. A United, Dan's Chelsea. Okay. All right. So we got Chelsea, United, and Liverpool in the building. I don't even know. Is my channel, because I'm thinking on my side, right? And I'm sure it's like 90% Liverpool fans. And then that 10% is probably like jotted with, actually, I think it's probably even 95%. I don't even know. I think some rivals like the channel. I know we get like a few Arsenal fans. Been getting trolled a lot by Newcastle fans in the chat telling me to shut up and all sorts of things. But generally, it's normally Liverpool fans. So I'll say 95% of my channel is probably like Liverpool fans. Yeah, it is majority, innit? It definitely is. It's not a Lions Den, more like kittens these days. Yeah, I get it. But you guys, you guys are trying to sign some good players, man. You've got Cunha through the door, and you've got potentially Mbuemo now with that second bid. But yeah, let's see, man. I think you guys need to start playing more as a team first before anyone, and the system has to come through, man. I don't know what you guys have changed managers so often. I think your system is now getting diluted and lost. So I think you guys have to stick with this gaffer now for at least another season. And you've had him for a season now, you'd say? Quarter of a season, half a season, something like that. So I think this season will be his full season, right? Forgive me if I get it wrong, but I think you still need to give him this and maybe another one just to see if the system can come through. I don't watch many outside Chelsea, to be honest. I watch Mons, Troops, Flawless, Lewis, and that. No, fairs, Daniel, man. I get it. You stick to your own. But if you ever like bored, you want to come and come over to our side, come over, man. Have a little listen, see what you like. As I said, man, we don't like. It's not crazy. It's a good conversation.
But, hello, I'm sorry.
That's all right. No, you said anyway. No, we got it, man. Me and the chat was getting to know each other.
Multitasking right now. I'm really sorry. But as soon as I started the stream, I had a work call, so I had to take that. I'm really sorry. Going back to, I don't know what was being talked about. I'm sorry, but thanks for joining.
been getting to know your subscribers. That's all.
Okay. Yes. So I was trying to say that with the current state of affairs, I don't feel like this is much of a rivalry. But you know, Man United will do our best. We'll do our best this season, I should say. Daniel, his YouTube is in the title as well as in the description. So if you would like to subscribe, please do that there. He's tagged and everything, so make sure you subscribe to ENDZ. But sorry, I feel like
listen, don't worry.
But thanks for keeping him entertained.
Yeah.
I want to talk to you first about Manchester United and from a rival perspective in terms of, okay, we finally signed Mbeumo after like what felt like 1,384 days. What do you think we're a joke? Like, are you shocked at, I guess not shocked, but are you shocked, I guess, with the way things have gone? And what are your expectations, I guess, for us as a rival?
Do you know what? I think with United, I grew up with them being like the top dogs of the footballing space, especially in England. To just win titles, and then I was hoping there was going to be a period like this where there was just uncertainty. They didn't know what to do. You guys finished, I think, 17th place or something crazy like that last season.
Yeah.
As a rivalry, though, even though you guys you've not been doing great, I still look forward to that game against United. I still look forward to the Old Trafford one, most importantly, because that's the one I love to like get the scalp there. That's the one I love to win. The Anfield one, I expect us to win. Yeah. But Old Trafford, for some reason, I don't know, even when you guys are not being good, you still somewhat still pick up a draw or this odd win here or there. So in terms of the rivalry, I don't look at it as a rivalry as much no more. Because the rivalry now for me is like, oh, who are we competing for at the top of the table? Who's trying to win the league? And then you mentioned your signing and with Cunha and Mbeumo now. I think that makes your team stronger. It's just your system. I don't know with Man United, how are you guys going to play? You got some good players. I'll never knock your players in that way. There's obviously some players you need to get rid of, but you've now got a good core. I'm looking at the team now. Bruno's still there. I don't know. I know some Man United fans don't like him. Think he gives the ball away too much, but I actually like him as a footballer. Yeah, because I think
that's because you don't have to watch him every week, but it's fine.
No,
I'll let you have it.
No, but when you're a creator, right? When you're a creator, I do expect you to give the ball away a lot and try things that no one else is seeing. So I get that part, but I know as a fan, you're like, we've not had the ball for 10 minutes, mate. Can you stop? Just keep spamming the ball away. I get that. It's like, just keep it. And then, but I think Cunha and Mbeumo is going to make you guys strong, honestly.
Yeah. No, I agree. I think for me, I'm excited because we do lack quality up front. I mean, that's obvious. We scored like 40 goals in total last season, which is unacceptable. And so for me, my biggest concern, though, again, is, okay, we have really good like 10s and wingers, right? But then our striker is abysmal. Like, I'm just concerned that maybe Xerxes could play with him a bit well, even though he's not a technical striker. Maybe he could work well with Mbeumo and Cunha. And then, of course, you can interchange Cunha sometimes. I'm not saying people are saying, well, we could just play Cunha in the 10. I mean, in the 9. He's not a 9. I don't think Cunha would be his best self playing in the 9.
Yeah, I think you guys got this 2-10 behind the striker system at the moment with the wing backs, right?
Yeah.
I think you should put him and Mbeumo there.
In the 10s or the wing backs?
The 10s. I think you should put them in the 10s. I think they will go and create a lot of chaos there. And then I think you should trust Xerxes as the striker. I think just trust him. I think he's a good player, but then again, it's just about opportunities. And I think if you get players in and around him that aggressive, quick, strong, going to fight for the football, I think that will then give him confidence to go and get himself around the pitch as well to make a difference as well. And then I think maybe Bruno, what do you normally put? You got 2 holding midfielders and then the wing backs, isn't it? Right. So Bruno could play in one of those. And then what Bruno could do is just interchange with like a Cunha. If he ends up going a bit forward, Cunha is smart enough, intelligent enough to just fill the gap until, you know, whatever the transition breaks down. So I'd play them in the 2-10s if I was.
And what's nice is too, Ahmad would play in the wing back sometimes as well. Yeah. So that if you put him on there with Mbeumo, then I think it would be like that right side or whatever would be really nice. So I agree with you again. It's just I don't know if Amram will play Xerxes in the 9. My guess is he'll start. We actually do have a preseason match tomorrow.
Okay.
I'm assuming he'll play Hoyland first. I don't know what it is, but they just try to force certain players when they don't work. And so Hoyland is really bad, you guys. And I just, it's hard to watch, really hard to watch. So
we called him Grasmus. One of my mates, a Man United fan, calls him Grasmus. I was like, Grasmus?
Yes,
so yeah, he spends too much time on the ground. I said, oh, Rod. I was like, nah.
I know.
But
I mean, the work's not done, though. We still need like a goalie, hopefully a midfielder, and then more like a left back or a right back, someone back there. So top priorities I would love is another midfielder and another goalkeeper.
Right.
But we'll see. I don't know. So
is your goalkeeper injured?
Onana is injured, but he was supposed to be injured for like 7 to 8 weeks, but now they're saying it's not as bad, so he won't be out as long, unfortunately. So
I did see that on Twitter as well when he was injured. It was like, well, it's not a big miss. I'm like, oh yeah, I get it. Yeah, I see what you guys mean. I was like, wait, he's your main? Then I was like, yeah, he's a bit crazy in goal at times.
Yeah, Amram doesn't like Xerxes. I see him still playing Hoyland, even though he goes through another goal drought. I agree. And I agree with this too. The reliance on Bruno has to die. I agree. And I think because we rely on him so much, it causes him to make errors, right? Because he feels like everything's on him. Yeah. He has to do something. There was nothing. I don't think that's really fair to Bruno either. I think if he has some help, maybe he will calm down, because he drives me nuts with the grenade launching and the, running all over the pitch. Like, dude, you're doing too much. Like, we don't need you to do all that, He's
the captain, isn't he? So I think in his head, he's like, I've got to try and show the fans that, look, I'm working. And then maybe he's thinking that could rub off on the other players. Maybe that's the reason.
Yeah. Yeah, no, for sure. So we finished 15th. Do you think we improved? I'm just curious, based off of like just what we have right now. We haven't sold anybody, right? So I don't even know who's going to be leaving. Nobody knows that yet. Based off what we have right now with Cunha and Mbeumo, and then this new 18-year-old left back in Diego Leon, I don't know anything about him. Everyone's saying he's like a pit bull, whatever that means. Do you think we get top 10?
What was the standings? I'm trying to look for it now because I want to take teams
from last season.
Yeah, what was the standing?
I'll pull it up.
If you can, then I can think about it.
Like you want to look at the table from last season?
Yeah, because where you guys finished, who was in front of you, and then to see how you could.
Why do you want to put me through this again? That's so rude.
No, because then you can see like what teams improved. Is there any team that you think lost players? Because I can't remember. Obviously, we finished top, so I don't know what happened underneath that. But if you can find it.
No, I got it.
Okay.
All right, let me share the screen here so you can put me through this torture. It's fine. You're the guest.
I'm sorry, guys. Apologies to the United fans. Okay, so you guys finished.
Look, we can't even fit on this. This is how low we were.
You gotta scroll up.
All right, so we are down here in 15th. Okay, we had 42 points. All right. Look at that goal difference. Oh, I want to die. I want to die. Oh, what happened?
Who was in front? So you got West Ham in front of you.
Yep.
You got Everton, Crystal Palace, Fulham, Brentford, Bournemouth, Brighton. Okay. All right. So let's take them down. So you've got West Ham. I think they're gonna fall out. I think they're gonna fall below that. I think Everton's team's quite strong defensively. They've got a good team as well, and I think they're trying to add a few top quality players within that team. I think they want to get Ben Doak from Liverpool, young winger. Exciting, so he might be an issue as well. I think Palace might struggle. They're potentially losing Eze, so that's probably gone. He's gone. Gay could potentially be on his way to Liverpool, so you've got that as well. So the captain gone. Eze, their main creator, Matete is linked also to Liverpool. So that if we decide to go and pursue that and have him as a backup, that's an issue there for them as well. So you'd expect them to drop out of that. Brentford in front, you guys have taken their star man. So that's a plus there. They've also lost. Who else did they lose? But they did get our goalkeeper as well from us. and they've just signed Henderson, so he's going to give you the experience. Brighton are just a great football inside. Forest, I'm not too sure what will go on with them, and Villa is just Villa. So I think definitely with those signings, you guys could easily go up to like 6th.
You think so?
Yeah, I think you guys can climb there. I'm looking at the other teams, and I think and then Fulham is on their day they're really good, but I don't look at their team and go wow, like they're great. Maybe as the season go on, maybe let's see what happens. But I think with those 2 signings, with what you currently have in the squad, and probably 1 or 2 more additions, and I'm sure United are not going to stop there, right? I'm sure they're going to try and get some more players. So I reckon about 6th. I think you guys can climb to. It's just the teams in front of you. Like Liverpool's improved, Arsenal's improved, City's improved, Chelsea has improved. Newcastle, you'd say, oh yeah, Newcastle stole. I say stole, but they took what's his name from Forest as well. So yeah,
Alonga?
Yeah, so you've got him gone. Yes, so he's gone, and he was
they
one
could
of the
lose
main
East.
creators.
Maybe you could take him, right? Isn't that still the thing?
But we're moving to Ekitike now. That's the advanced deal,
which
now.
I think is still really good. I think he's good. Yeah.
Same. So I think you guys can definitely climb. So, but sorry to put you back through the torture of seeing where you are. That's crazy. Can you scroll down again? I just want to see who's finished below you. Wow.
Wolves, Tottenham, Leicester, Ipswich. Now, guys, I need you to think about this. If these 3 teams here were just a little bit better, we would have been in serious trouble. We would have been, I'm being serious. Like, I'm not even trying to be funny. Like, it could have been really bad for us, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And the fact that we couldn't score either, it's just like, I personally think some teams, now I don't know, obviously, but some teams would never be in this position. Like,
yeah.
I'm sorry, would Liverpool ever be like, oh, we finished 16th that one season?
And I've seen us finish 8th, but that's about it.
We finished 8th last season.
So, yeah. Oh, so you didn't actually improve off of the season before? Well, you actually.
We did not.
But honestly, I think you guys will definitely. I think you mentioned goals. That's what you struggled with. You got 40, right? I think you said. I think Cunha and Mbeumo definitely add more. I think they'll definitely add. They'll add at least 10 to 15 themselves, I reckon.
Yeah. No, I agree. But I know you're a rival, so I know you don't want us to improve, but I think that's a very fair assessment of where we could finish. I'm hoping at least top 4. That's how I'm not going into the season with any expectations. That way, I don't get heartbroken, I think. But I'm hoping for top 10 for sure, which sounds terrible, but we'll see what happens. We'll see. And also big go ahead. What?
No, you said top 4.
Top 10. 10.
Oh no, but you said 4 before, and I was trying to process the 4
no.
that you said. No, okay, top 10. Oh, that makes more sense. I was like, how do you see you getting into that top 4?
No.
Okay.
If I ever said something like that, please tell me I'm wrong. Please. Big up Northside for the raid. He did send in a raid, so big up to Northside. And shout out to all of you that are joining. If you are, this is Rival Talk, and I'm here with ENDZ. This is his first time on the channel. Liverpool fan, and so make sure you show him some love as well, as he's taking time out of his day. So his channel will be in the title and the description.
Appreciate it.
Enough of Man United for now. Let's switch sides here to let's go to Anfield. All right. I know you guys have had a really difficult summer.
Yeah.
As a Liverpool fan, you had such an amazing season. You win the Premier League, and then you have this just gut-wrenching summer.
Yeah.
How have you been? How has your fan base been? Losing, to me, Jota was such an integral part of your team. And I had a lot of respect for him. I thought he would always step up most of the time when you guys needed something, when you needed a goal, anything like that. I couldn't imagine. How are you guys doing with that?
You know, it's one of the crazy things is I was in the gym the day it happened, and I was meant to do a show of one of the other Liverpool content creators, and he phoned me while I was in the gym, and he was like, "Oh, you won't believe the news, and Jota died." And I said, "Jota died?" I was like, "No way." And then at first, when you initially hear a news, you're like, "Come on, people just need to stop being silly online," because you have these sick people at times that will just randomly do these things. Then I went and checked. A few of the other people messaged me as well, and I was like, "Rah." I can only explain from a Liverpool standpoint. I'm pretty sure most fan base will say your club feels like a family, but for us as Liverpool fans, it feels like a family. It felt like one of the family members passed away. That's how it felt. It felt like we were just all like, "Nah." Normally you hear maybe like the legends of the old, and they've passed away. They got really older, and then you go, right. You take a moment, but then you kind of not get on with it, but you kind of take the moment and then you move. But this one was like, we've never experienced this. One of our own players in the moment just gone like that. It was just, it was one of those weird feelings. But I think a lot of the content creators, they did a great job in terms of, the words that they spoke about him and stuff like that. There was a few that, the fan base kind of had their own little go at them because there's certain things they didn't like. And I was like, okay, leave that for that side. But I think we did a great job, especially on my channel. I think we spoke about it, we laughed, we remember the great times, we spoke about the goals, we spoke about, even moments when we critiqued him in some things, and you never know when you're going to lose one of your own, man. But I think it's not gone. The pain is still there, and I think Liverpool as a club has done such an amazing job. They've retired his number.
Yes.
They've put him on their website, and it's Forever 20. So that's the section if you ever want to go and get something from that as well. I think what the fans did as well outside of Anfield, and putting a wreath and flowers, and Man United as well. They came in and paid their respects as well. Bruno, I think who else? The gaffer as well came as well. I can't remember the other player. But I think everyone did their thing. When we played Preston, I think that was great as well. What they did, they paid their respect. I love what the captain did and the fans. So I think it's gonna hurt for a little bit, but I think seeing the team playing again, seeing the boys with a little bit of smile on their face, and remembering the great times and the good times they had with him, I think that's going to be massive. And also the club as well took care of these contract situation, which that's going to go to his family, which is amazing. Yes. So then they've kind of got something there. And I think the other players as well, they've all come up with something where they're going to make sure the family's in the best position as much as that could be going forward into the future, man. But listen, gone too quick, man. Look, it's just one of those special players. Left foot, right foot, great in the air, sniff a goal out, scored crucial goals. First came in, no one thought he could break into the front three of Bobby and Mane and Salah. They came in and he broke into that, and we was like, okay, he has to play as well. We're gonna have to play him. And then he scored a hat trick, and they were just like, nah, this guy is unreal. So yeah, man, it's a painful one. It's kind of getting a little bit easier now, but I think every time it gets emotional when we play games of football, especially when the fans start singing his song, because you go into that you feel the energy, and then you go like, oh yeah, we lost him, didn't we? Kind of thing. So, and I think at Anfield, which we kick off the Premier League season, so that something's going to be done there, and that's going to be special. But that's going to be the roar of the crowd. So, I think the players are finding their own way, and our manager come out and said some great words as well. And he said, with the players, if they don't want to train, they don't have to train. They have to deal with it. If they want to cry, let them cry. If they want to laugh, let them laugh. And just remember him in the best way possible. So, yeah, man, one of our own. It's still painful, but it's good. I was good to see the boys playing football again.
Yeah, no, I think I was so impressed with the way Liverpool handled that. And again, like, one thing too that I thought was really awesome was just seeing how the football community as a whole kind of came together. It's in those moments when you just appreciate the communities that you build, whether that's online or with your own club specifically. So it's a really difficult situation, but I think a lot of good still came out of it, in terms of just supporting one another. And, not really, I know people were saying like rivalry aside, but it's not really, it's bigger than that. Like it's just football. So, but moving forward from that, your recruiting this transfer window has been like so amazing. What like, I just am so jealous, honestly. Like, you won the league, you're getting these really good players in, you're going into next season, I think, really looking really good. I think you definitely are in contention to win it again. It depends, if Arsenal do get Gyökeres. I think if they can get a solid striker, and I think that changes them a bit. But I think you guys are going in pretty solid. Like, are you happy? Like, how are you feeling this summer?
I swear to you, at one point I just thought the transfer market was just Liverpool's, because we were just signing players every minute. It was just Liverpool.
I know.
Liverpool. I think we did a great job. Obviously, we lost Trent to Real Madrid, so he went. We got 10 million for him, which is crazy business, to be fair, because he only had to wait a few days and then he could have gone for nothing. So for him to leave a few days earlier, we got 10 million for that. So that's great business there. We brought in Frimpong while Trent was pretty much here as well, so that's good. I think Bradley's going to be one of the guys to look out for as well. Right back for next season, and then we signed Kirkes. Watching him play against Preston, and I know it's only Preston. You probably say quality-wise is not the greatest, but you can see what a player that he's going to be, and how good he is.
You, so you can't just say like.
Nah, he's talented. When I looked, I was like, no, he can play quick. He can play he can keep the ball. He's got a great cross on him, tenacious, aggressive. Still time to embed into the squad. So you got those two, and then the big one, Florian Wirtz, as well. Signing, if not the best 10 in the world, if not one of the best 10s in the world, to add to an already great team, dominant team, is just amazing. And what he's going to bring to the team as well. Obviously, it's the Premier League, and every player sometimes going to take a bit of time to adjust and settle into the Premier League's aggressiveness, the speed of it. But I think he's such a talented player, man. And we as Liverpool fans, normally we call it, penny pinching at times, and we're trying to find the best deals. Just to see us go out there and just go and attack the market in the way we have is amazing. And then obviously we've been linked with the Isak stuff. Obviously Newcastle are not willing to play ball. Turned our attention to Ekitike, and I think he's an exciting talent as well. Yeah. He's strong, quick, skillful. Doesn't mind mixing it up if he needs to. Good in the air. The only little downfall I think I've seen from a few of the Liverpool fans is maybe he's finishing. They want someone with a bit more culture, a bit more. He's got it now where Isak has. But listen, if the club is saying this is the guy we're going to pivot to, I'm happy with it. And then the other links is Rodrigo as well. Liverpool's definitely had conversation. Oh yeah, so Liverpool. Okay, so Liverpool's had
please no
meetings with him already. So that's definitely a conversation. Whether or not we sign him, I don't know. But I think it hinges on if Diaz leaves, because Diaz to Bayern Munich, I think, is the one. So if he leaves, you could see Rodrigo at Liverpool Football Club.
That would be crazy.
Yeah,
crazy. He says, Pool have signed some competent employees, but I wouldn't judge them as the workers haven't started working at the new workplace. Yeah. It'll be interesting to see the manager uses Wirtz in the office.
I love the analogy there. No, perfect point. We haven't seen him yet. The only good thing you've got is Kirk has played in the Premier League, so you've got that Premier League proven. He understands what the league is about, so there's nothing much you need to adapt to that. Maybe it's just his teammate tactically and stuff. Frimpong, I think, with him as well, maybe just adjusting from a wing-back's position and being an actual right-back. But the way Liverpool use him is more of, I don't know if you, obviously, I doubt you'd obviously spend the time to watch our games like that in-depthly, but they're used as more wing-backs and like midfielders / false 10s / false 9s. They don't actually do I'm going to stand that right-back. They drift into midfield. So I think he'll be used to that, and I think he'll do amazing there. And then Florian Wirtz, I think where I saw the 10 pickup position, I think he'll cause so much problems in between the line with the system that I saw us play against Preston, because I think it won't be, unless the team goes, right, we're going to put someone on him for the whole game. I think that's the only, but then if you do that, guess what? You got Mo Salah on the other side, which is another problem.
Yeah.
And then whoever you have up front. And so, yeah, but I agree there. But in terms of they haven't done their jobs yet, so let's see. Let's see. That's why preseason's there, and that's why I like to keep a close eye. Most people don't really watch preseason or care about the results, but I look for the tactical side, look for the relationships players are building and stuff like that, and see what we can do from there.
Sham says if we get Ekitike along with Rodrigo, then it will soften the blow of not getting Isak.
I think that would be a better deal, to be fair, Sham. You already know my thoughts. I always wanted Isak.
Yeah.
But I'll be silly enough not to go, right, taking Rodrigo and Ekitike 2 for 1. I'd rather that than just one. Because if the one gets injured, You lose
Right.
that. Well, you've got two. You've got a striker. I'm not saying they both can't get injured, but you've got Champions League proven player that's played at the big stages, big levels, top player, young, talented, can play right or left. And then you've got Ekitike as well, which is another top talent as well. So I'd rather that if that's the pivot we're gonna have to make, I'm cool with that.
Yeah. I'm curious. I feel like one of the reasons why I'm frustrated with United is because the way that we're run, and obviously everyone knows we don't have good ownership.
Yeah.
Do you feel like, I'm just, as an outsider, this is what I see.
Yeah.
I feel like your board and, FSG, I know it's not perfect, right? Because at times they've been very stingy with signing,
with the funds.
right?
Yeah.
Do you feel like they at least have a vision of what they want to see from your club on the pitch? And that's why maybe recruitment and the transition between Klopp and Slot was so seamless, because they had an idea. Whereas I feel like with a lot of clubs like mine, we're just recruiting for the manager at the time and not really forming an identity of what kind of football we want to play. So we put ourselves kind of in a black hole where we're recruiting for Ten Hag. Ten Hag plays completely different football from Amarim. We're getting different players. So then we're like, wash, rinse, repeat. We're stuck in this cycle. Am I fair in saying that, or do you think it's...
No, you're 100% fair. I think the one thing that I think Liverpool fans, and you touched on it, it's the money stuff. We don't spend big. This is the first time we've seen the owners kind of go this route. But one thing I don't think I've ever seen any Liverpool fans, and if they do, then I don't know. As owners and businessmen for the football club, they know what they're doing. And you're exactly right with your club. And I think I was saying it to the guys when he was just off screen. I think you guys just have to stick with the current manager, because you keep changing it. So the manager comes in, they buy the players to suit the manager. Then you get rid of the manager. Then these players can only play with this style. Then you get another manager that doesn't match the old manager. Then you have to get brand new players. But then you've got them all on crazy contracts, and then it's difficult to get rid of them. So it's like a crazy cycle that you just mentioned that you can't. With us now, we had a structure in terms of our wage, and that's why a lot of players now you see kind of complain like, oh, we want to be higher and stuff. But that was our structure. We had an identity in how we wanted to play. We got those players in, and then we thought, right, let's go and find a manager, maybe not in the same mold, but a similar ideas, and that can adapt to the team instead of the team that has to adapt to him. I'm not saying they don't have to adapt to each other, but I think how smart Arne Slot is, he's very tactically astute. He understands football such well, and that's why when he speaks about managers, he talks about like Pep. He speaks about like Ferguson, Wenger's, and Klopp, and all of these managers that he's taken different ideas off of to make his own style. I don't think we've seen his best style yet. I think he kind of just ran with what we did last season, which was easy because you're like, I can just put them out. They know what they're doing. Let's go and win games of football. But I think now with the style of players he's buying, because he mentioned something, I think in February, and he said about styles of players he wants. And it was about players that can change direction really quickly, quick, strong, can run pretty much for 90 minutes, aggressive and stuff like that. And now you've seen with the players he's bought, the Ekitike one, the Florian Wirtz, Kerkez, Frimpong. These are all players that can change the direction. They can run for ages. They're aggressive in what they do. And they're workhorses, and they're winners as well. So I think he's now building the team in the way he wants to see it. So I think for you guys, you have to stick with this manager for at least this season and next, or else you're going to find yourself back in the same position.
Yeah. I think that what scares me, though, is we have really interesting first 5 games where we play Man City and Chelsea all in those first 5. And if we don't win or at least look somewhat decent in those first 5 games, I can see our fan base wanting Amarim out. And so we'll see what happens. But
what was those games? Sounds crazy. You have
play Arsenal first.
Arsenal, yeah.
I believe there's a Brentford, and I can't remember the other one. And then it's City, then Chelsea.
Okay, well, okay, that's. But you guys could really put the work in over preseason and come out of that just unscathed as well.
Yeah.
Do you know, when I look at Man United, it wasn't like the big teams I thought you guys had problems with. It was always the other teams.
It depends. It depends. I can see where you'd say that because our players would play up usually.
Yeah.
So I could see that for a bit because then we would play like a Sheffield United and look like we've never played football.
Well, like when he played like Bournemouth and he was just like, I saw you guys the week before. Like, what? That's not the same players.
So it's wait, what is this? Arsenal, Fulham. Okay, I was wrong. Arsenal, Fulham, Burnley, not Brentford, and then Man City, Chelsea. So Fulham's not easy either, but
yeah, Liverpool's not got a bad. Well, we've got Bournemouth first game, then we got Newcastle away, then we got Arsenal at home, and I can't remember who we got after that. I think maybe one of the promoted team. I think.
Yeah.
But yeah, so we've got, I would say, a difficult start as well. We've got to play Newcastle away. That's going to be a very interesting game, and Arsenal. That's going to be the test. So those two back-to-back games.
Yeah.
And obviously we got to kick off the season as well. We're at home. Kirk is going back to his old stomping ground, so that will be interesting to see how well he does there. But yeah, no, it should be good. It should be good. I think you try and get as many points as you can on the board. I think Man United just needs to have a good start this season. And then I think the other side of it, there's no better place to start because you've got Arsenal within that Manchester. Was it City you said, and Chelsea?
Yeah.
So if you get a result against these guys, I think that will give the squad confidence as well. But you're going to have game changers now. You've got Cunha, he's a game changer, and Mbeumo is a game changer. And I think where you didn't have that, you more relied on maybe Bruno Fernandes to be the game changer. Yeah. There was no one else really. Maybe Ahmad before he got injured, he was the game changer as well. But now you've got an extra two, so you've got 4 game changers now in the team. So that could make a massive difference.
It's true. It's true. Thoughts on Ibu, and I think is it his contract? Is this the situation?
Yeah, he runs out of contract end of next season. So Real Madrid are trying to work a deal to try and get him on a free. They
need him. Let's be real.
Yeah, I know he wants to stay at Liverpool, so that he's not said he wants to leave. I know there's reports saying he wants to leave and blah blah blah. He's openly come out and said he wants to stay, but he wants to be given a good contract. No. And I think it's now down to the club. It's our fault we're in this predicament anyway. So if you're not going to give him what he wants, then unless you're happy to lose him on a free or maybe convince him as the year goes on, then you're going to have to take that and lose him on a free to Real Madrid the following season then because we put ourselves in this position. But I hope he stays because we've got a league title to retain.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I think you guys could do it. Well, anything can happen though. I mean, I don't know if a City will be good. We'll see if they're like much, much better. But anything can happen. And then we can switch up formation and play. I don't agree because I don't like 3 at the back, and that system does not work for us. Is that you guys play 3 at the back?
No, it's you guys. You play 3. I think with you guys, as I think I mentioned earlier, you guys, because you keep changing your manager and they keep changing. Yeah. I think with 3 at the back, it's one of those formation. If you do it properly, it could be very effective against every team you play, defensively and in the attack. You tend to have 5 defending and 5 attacking with that. But the players have to buy into it. And I think with United, I think some of the players didn't buy into it, but I feel like you're recruiting now players that will buy into it. Rashford weren't really interested. He went on loan. Sanchez went on loan. Yeah. Sancho, should I say Sanchez? Then you lost, I think, Ahmad at a wrong time because I think he was actually tearing it up until that injury.
Yeah.
And I think the other player, what's the young fullback you've got as well? I like him. Left back.
Heaven Dorgu.
Yeah, I like him. I think he's all right. I think he's not too bad.
Yeah. I think too, the goalkeeper doesn't help because you have to think you're De Ligt or Mazraoui, which I love Mazraoui. I think he's phenomenal because he's consistent. You can't, like, if you can find a player that's consistent day in and day out, that's like a gem.
True.
Sometimes they would overplay or not read correctly because they're compensating for the fact that they don't know what Onana's going to do. There was a game, and United fans tell me with this, I believe it was in the Europa League, when Dorgu literally made the dumbest decision because Onana was so far out, like they didn't know what they were doing. Yeah. I don't know if you remember this, but it's just like if they can't find that chemistry with one another, with the goalkeeper and the back line, like it's not going to work well ever.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you guys remember what I'm talking about.
Yeah, no, we had a segment on one of my mates, Savage's channel, and we used to give him that. What was the award we used to give him? It's like Bozo of the Week, and Anana had it at least 6 or 7 times.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Big up GG. I hope you're doing well. I don't mind if Amron goes, but the clubs need to back him. I think that's the thing. Is like, yes, back the manager, but back yourself. Like, Ineos comes in and Omar Barada's like, I know what we need to get better. Then go with that. Don't go with, oh, I'm going to back Amron, because what if Amron doesn't work? Like, and that's why I think it's important to sign players like Cunha and Mbeumo and Ahmad, because they can play, in my opinion, in any type of football formation.
Yeah, 2 up front, 3 up front, whatever you want. I think they can all do it. You could even use all 3 of them up front.
Yeah.
Cunha can play in the 10. He can play up as a striker. He can play right. He can play left.
Yeah. You guys probably mentioned it already, but what do you think when Sky Sports said Rashford was linked with Liverpool?
Wrapping up. Do you know one of those ones as well? Just the devil on my shoulder was like, I would have him as backup, and I would love to have him and he scores against United.
Yeah.
That was what the devil on my shoulder was saying. Just get him so he can score against United.
Yeah.
I think he would celebrate.
I think, first of all, this would never happen. I just, there's no way. Like, if Rashford did this, do you know that's like, what was that one player? I can't think of his name. Did he go from Tottenham to Arsenal, or was it? I can't remember.
Well, it might have been William Gallas, because he moved.
No.
Not Sol Campbell. He was.
Yes.
Was Sol Campbell at Spurs? I can't even remember now.
It was, but didn't he? It was something like that. It would feel like that.
Oh, so yeah, they're saying Sol Campbell in the chat.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yes. Like, it would be. You can't do that. I'm sorry. Like, I mean, he could.
Be worse. I think it would be worse because he's actual Manchester bred and born.
Exactly.
It's like Trent. It would have been like Trent going to United.
Yeah.
And Rashford coming to Liverpool. That they're Manchester and Liverpool born and bred. You don't make those switch.
You can't do that. You can't do that. So I got a chuckle out of it for sure. I got a chuckle out of it, and I thought it was hilarious, but no way.
Yeah, I don't know.
Unless now Rashford can be petty, and unless he really wanted to be like, I hate you guys. I can't believe the way this is. I can see it. Then
you took his number as well, right? I think Cunha's now got his number.
That's the thing. Like, okay, I did not have a emotional connection to Rashford because I haven't watched his whole career.
Right.
I kind of got the tail end of it, so I'm like, he can go, kind of thing. Like, I respect you, but he can go. But to give someone who's come up through Carrington, been with us, had some really amazing moments. He's still here technically, guys. He's training at Carrington. You give somebody his number, I don't know. That's crazy to me. Now, I understand preseason's coming up and we got to figure that out, but like that just seems weird. And maybe I'm going to get into that too much, but I don't know. What do you think about that? It
sends the wrong message, I think. I know the manager wants him out, so you don't have to tell me any other reason. But to give someone's number away, that's not even left. It's not even like one of those players. Like if it was like an academy one, he came up, he had the number for a season, but he didn't really show nothing. He was in and around. And you took it off of him, you'd be like, all right, I get it. You're still, you just got promoted, bro. Relax. You earn your spot first. But he's gone up through the ranks. He's scored in some amazing games for you guys, won some good trophies, done his best. Even in the moments when the club wasn't there, he was the one trying to carry you guys. And then just a new guy come in and he's like, whoa, thank you for your number, bro. I'm taking that.
That's great.
That's deep. Yeah, it's deep, man. He's pissed someone off. He definitely pissed some people off at the top.
Right. And that's where I could see, no, listen, Mans is like really wanting to go to Barca. I don't, unless they're never going to pay. Okay, guys, Barcelona, financially, they're in the mud. Okay, they cannot afford his current wage bill. And I wouldn't pay it. Like, if they were smart, they're not going to take that. They can't afford it.
No, you'd have to take a pay cut, I think, to go to Barca.
You have to take a pay cut. And I don't think he will do that.
What about Sancho? Is he playing for you guys then, or what's going on with him?
The last that I heard is Juventus, I think, was trying to get him.
Okay.
That's the last thing I heard about Sancho. And then I also heard that he wanted a severance package from United. I'm not even joking. Like he literally said like he wants them to like give him like a severance pay, basically, if they end up just letting him go, kind of thing. And everybody was like, just pay it.
Wow. There is still a
pay
player there though, right? Or you don't believe that? I feel like players just need environments. And I get it. Obviously, you're a player, you know more, you've seen what he was doing and stuff like that. From the outsider looking in, I think he's a very good footballer, but maybe he just needs the right environment to go and thrive in. Because you saw him how good he was at Dortmund. And he came to the Premier League and then, yeah, dead.
I think, again, United has not been their best self. So players do not grow here. I call it like a black hole because most of the time everyone just dies, whether that's a manager or a player or whatever. But with Sancho, I think the bridge is burned for United. Yeah. I don't know if you guys remember, there was a season with Erik ten Hag where this man asked for a mental health break.
Yeah, he did.
And just left, which again, I don't think that's a problem. The problem is I feel like there's times where this club's really backed him.
Yeah.
And let him get himself together. And for like, he hasn't done anything. He hasn't improved. So in my humble opinion, he's not for United anymore. So I think he needs to go. And I personally, I don't know if I'd want, it depends. I agree that there's a player there. But he needs structure, I think, because if you let him do what he wants, he can be top. He can be a negative.
And he got too much money too early. You guys gave him like 3-something when he came in. It was like, yeah, I could see why you'd be like, this week I can't be bothered. Because 350 grand a week is crazy.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I think it's 5 million from Chelsea for sending Sancho back. Why don't they give him severance pay from that? I think that's how much the severance. No, it was a bit more than that. It was like, I have to look it up. It was quite a bit. Again, I said pay it because let him go, let him do his thing. It just sucks, and that's why too. Like, again, I'm not emotionally attached to Rashford, but I can understand why he's bitter, right? Because like, even when Ronaldo comes back and says that nothing improved, that's alarming.
That's what I think. Yeah,
with what Ronaldo did the second time around, don't get me wrong. Like, I think the interview and everything was not good.
Yeah,
but for him to say that is not good. And I still believe if Ronaldo went back today, I know it would still probably be like the same.
I think Man United just took their eye off the ball. I think, Man United just been such a team that makes so much money, even if they have bad seasons and stuff. They're still one of the best English clubs, and one of the best teams in the world from a club standpoint, maybe not on the football pitch. But, yeah, I can see why they probably took their eye off the ball. You guys need to – I think they need to sort those things out first and foremost, man. And then you can start building a great environment for the players to then be able to thrive in.
Yeah, no, I agree. And I think maybe this could be said too, like, we're losing our clout. I don't mean to sound negative, but like, we're not going to get an Mbappe right now. Like, we're not going to get, somebody like that because we're not good enough. Guys, we don't even have Europe next season. We are literally just domestic.
You guys are going to just that might help United, I think.
Yes.
That might really help them. Every week, so you get a whole week off to rest and prepare for your next game. I think that's going to be great for you guys, to be fair. Helps with injuries, that you're not playing and traveling all over the place as well. And I think that, so I was right. I think you guys will definitely be up like 5th, 6th, I reckon.
That's what I'm hoping. I'm hoping that because we don't have Europe, this really will be a season where we can really be strict with our structure. And Amram's like, this is what I want, and we got to implement it right now, like, and be really strict with it, and like not waver from it, because we can do that. with the breaks and everything. So I'm hoping. But before we close here, we're going to close here in a few. If you guys have any questions that we missed, put them in the chat, and maybe ENDZ and I can answer them before we head out.
Yeah.
Make sure you like the stream and subscribe to ENDZ, whose channel's in the title and description. Is there anything else that you wanted to talk about, or like anything Liverpool-wise? Do you guys have a game this weekend or no?
No, we don't play until the 26th. AC Milan, I think we fly out probably tomorrow. I think we're going Japan or China, one of the two.
Okay.
I think we got Japan. Yeah, I think we got 2 games. It might be Japan. Yep, might be that. So we got 2 games, I want to say there. Or we play and then we come back, and then we've got 2 games against Atletico Bilbao. So we played them twice in a day. So I think we'll do 1-11 with subs, then another 11 with subs. So both teams can rotate. I'm not sure if that's going to be at Anfield or we're going to use someone else's pitch.
Okay.
But yeah, no, look, I don't think we have a lot of games in this period, which is good. I think the players has had a really good rest. They come back.
They need it. Let's be real. I mean, a lot's been going on for you guys. So
yeah, and I think it's good. It's just they need a mental break as well. So I think the break after the season would have helped them as well. But obviously, what happened and stuff, and I think now it's just to get ourselves back in the right mental space now as a team. But I think I've seen the boys back in training. They look sharp from the game as well. They look like they've not lost a step, and that was like with not everyone playing. There was no Virgil, Ibu. Like we just kind of just put a team out. So it was good to see the boys back. AC Milan, I think, will be a good test. I know over the years the name AC Milan doesn't hold weight anymore, but
they have Modric.
They've got Modric now. Yeah, they've got Modric now. So it'll be interesting just to see how we play against those teams as well. The Atletico Bilbao game will be interesting. And then hopefully some more signings, man. I think we need a centre-back. Another one. Definitely. I think we need to try and get this Rodrigo deal done. And I think get a striker in as well.
Yeah. I know we talked about this a little bit, but Gigi wants to know what your thoughts are on
I want him.
Yeah.
I want him. I think he's a top player. It's just, I think it holds. I think we have to wait and see what happens with Diaz. And I think Arsenal's still kind of interested in him as well. So the longer the Diaz saga carries on, then we might be late to the party. But we've definitely had conversations with his camp now. I know that to be true. So maybe I think we met the Real Madrid representative in New York or something like that. The FSG camp met them. So maybe there's a deal to be had. We nice them with Trent, so maybe they can nice us with Rodrigo.
Yeah. All right. Which ends? This is just a funny. Oh, sorry, I skipped one. Will Liverpool go back to back?
I would hope so. I don't see the reason why we can't. Obviously, injuries and stuff like that will massively help and play a part. Yeah. Do I expect the teams to be as dreadful as they were last season? No, I think Arsenal will be better. But then again, we've also improved. It's not like we've just stood still. We've got good players in the team. So let's see, man.
Which team do you think is going to be the most, I guess, difficult? Like,
Chelsea.
do you think City will be right there? Okay.
Chelsea is the one I think will be the most difficult.
That João Pedro got you a little nervous, huh?
I've liked their team anyway, but I think when I've seen us play against them, and our managers openly said that's the most difficult game we've played, because their system, they can switch to a back 3, they can switch it up and put 2 up there, they can switch it up and put 3 up there. But they've also, every time they take a player off, another good player comes on, another technically gifted player comes on. So it's just like you never get a rest. Where the other teams, once you take off your best player, don't really look and go, oh, he's as good as the guy that came off. So I think they're going to be one of the ones to kind of look out for. City might be back, but I don't know. Pep looks a bit, you know what I mean? It's a bit crazy.
Looks a little tad.
A bit crazy over the last few days.
Z is a United fan and says, and you wouldn't consider us a little dark horse for the title?
I'm not going to say. I think everything would have to go you guys' way. Injuries wise, I think rhythm, the new players hitting the ground running straight away, the system working well. But the only reason why I don't, bro, if I'm being honest, I think Arsenal's a strong team, Liverpool's a strong team, City's a strong team, Chelsea's a strong team. You would have to hope that they all have a stinker.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? But let's see what happens. You got them. You got Chelsea and Arsenal and City, right? So in your first couple of games. So hopefully you guys can take some points over them. I'll be happy with that.
Please, man, get Rodrigo. I'll crash out. Listen, I've already crashed out. Question for you both: when do you see the United upgrading the facilities in the stadium? Well, I think Carrington or a training center, the new one's opening after the U.S. tour, which I'm pretty sure. I think I saw it on Twitter. So that's already upgrading, and then they have that whole project for the stadium. So I don't know.
Do you know what? It's because Man United's always had like a big stadium. So like for them to expand, like when they had so much too soon, now they're like, oh, even if we expanded, we already got bigger than most of the teams in the country anyway. So it's just like, just patch it up. Do
you play Rematch?
No, I've seen a lot of people speak about it. I play more FIFA, EA, and Pro Clubs.
What is it another football game?
Yeah, so EA is FIFA they're just kind of split. So it's called EA now, EA 20, whatever. And I play Pro Clubs. So Pro Clubs is similar to Rematch, which you're one player in the team. But Rematch is like 5 players. I haven't played it yet, but I've seen like people play. It's like 5 players in a team. But with Pro Clubs on EA, it's 11v11, and you can be a player within the team and play in a position.
Got it. And then we talked about this a little bit. Konate leaving, Gueye replacing has gone quiet. Still think that's happening?
I did read some reports. I think it's the price that Palace is asking for Gueye. But I'd rather keep Konate and bring in Gueye because I think we need 4 centre-backs for the season. I think Virgil Gomez, Konate, and Gueye would be great.
No, that would be really good.
Yeah, that would be great to start the season with.
Yeah, and I think, as especially Virgil and all these players get older, like if you're bringing in these young players too, that can kind of, like those are the best people to learn from, honestly. Mm-hmm. Like,
and you keep an eye on for Rio as well, for the United fans. When we always shout about the youngsters coming through.
Yeah.
But Trey Noni and Rio, I think those two. Keep an eye on Rio, man. He's such a talented kid. So talented, man.
Thoughts on the Preston game? I guess did you watch it?
Yeah, I watched it. I think first half was good. I think second half with the kind of makeshift centre back. I think Robbo played centre back and he kept spamming long balls. But as I said, I only look out for the tactical side of the game. I try and see. So watching Frimpong, what he was doing, watching Kirkes. Didn't get to see Florian Wirtz, so hopefully we see him on the tour.
Yes.
Who else? We didn't get to see Virgil, didn't see Konate, didn't get to see Diaz, there was a lot of them still. So McAllister as well. So yeah. No Allison.
Yeah. Big up Skynins for a quality show. I really enjoyed some great football opinions. Big up to you guys. Thanks for being here. Thanks for the chat. You guys have been awesome. I think the league will be really tough for Liverpool. I'm expecting the adjustment people were expecting last year to happen this year. I'd back us to go farther in the UCL this year.
Okay. There? Yeah. Obviously, we finished top of the group in the new format. Then we drawed PSG. So yeah, I think, and we obviously got knocked out on penalties. Hopefully, this season we get a nicer run. Maybe a little PSV or someone like that in the next round. Maybe someone a bit nicer.
No, yeah, for sure. Man, this has been great though. Thanks for joining. We're hit about the hour mark, and I do have to get back to work here. So otherwise, I'll talk a little bit longer. But do you have anything coming up on your channel? Anything you want to shout out before we head out here?
I don't have anything today. I've decided to take the day off of YouTube today, but obviously I had a stream with you, so we made that happen, and I really enjoyed it. Thanks for the invite, and let's do this a bit more often, man, especially when the season starts.
Yeah, we'll definitely have to catch up, like when the season starts, and then of course when we play each other.
Yeah, 100%. In terms of my channel, not today, tomorrow. I normally do like an early morning, so around 11:30 or midday UK time. I do normally like a transfer stuff update on the transfer news for Liverpool and stuff like that. So yeah, if you guys want to just listen in on that, obviously, as I said, my chat is normally predominantly a majority, I should say, is more Liverpool fans. So yeah, if you come in there and you say some crazy stuff, they might crash out on you guys. But they're all nice, to be fair, man. I think my community that I've built is really good, like most communities anyway. So, but yeah, come across if you want to just hear our point of views. But we, as I said, we don't rant, we don't rave, we don't shout. We just kind of give our opinions and try and give a subjective opinion and a bit more down to earth in our conversations as well.
Yeah, which is good. It's nice to have that because I'm a woman, so sometimes I do get emotional. I can't even lie. So it's nice to have those, calm moments because at the end of the day, it's just football. You don't need to like get personal. People like go crazy on like the football players or the managers sometimes.
Yeah.
They're people. Like, let's calm down.
we always try and give our opinions on it. We don't just call them names. We never do that. But what we try and do, if a player doesn't do well, we definitely let them know that they didn't play well. But we give reasons. We just don't just say that. And also when they do good, we praise them, and we also tell you the reason why we're praising them. So you never come over there and we just start crashing out on players.
Right.
We'll actually explain to you, why we think you didn't play well and stuff like that. But yeah, I appreciate the invite, by the way, man. Appreciate you.
Yeah. No, of course. Thanks for joining, and thank you guys again for tuning in. Again, please subscribe to ENDZ. Everything's in the title and the description. Yeah. And then I will be streaming maybe tonight. I'm not sure, like later, and then definitely tomorrow. Watch along for the preseason game versus Leeds. So make sure you guys are here. It's early for me, so it's 8 a.m. So I'll be here watching that, and then we'll do random streams through the weekend. So make sure you guys are tuning in. But we're gonna head out. I hope you guys have a great weekend. We are going to raid Kevin, so make sure you guys show him some love. He's doing a stream, I'm sure, talking about him Wemo, which is really exciting. We've been waiting for this for a month and a half, it feels like. So we're gonna head out. Thanks again. You guys have a good day. Bye.